Good morning, thriving warriors. Good morning. Today is May 25th, 2023. Here we are in beautiful Pahrump-Tucky. The weather is currently 64 degrees. Today there's going to be a high of 87. Okay, 63 to 87. Put that in our book. 63 to 87. Okay, good morning, Charlene. I did not see you this morning. Hope all is well. How are you feeling, Charlene? Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Todd. So here we go. Big day. We had a late night last night as we were getting stuff back. Okay, getting stuff back from the Oasis. Bringing some stuff back. Thanks to Dan Young and the crew, Barry, Bo, Cliff, and of course the people out at the Oasis for helping make this happen. So thank you for that, guys. But here we are at Career Services, where our goal is to help you get from point A to point B on your journey. And life is a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's a lifelong thing. How do we do that? Well, this podcast, but mainly the things down below. Please subscribe, share, click on the bell. You know the thing. So there are about 17 morsels, 17 little things down below, little bits of information to help us on our journey, on the boat, the metaphorical boat that we have to build to get from Someday Isle to Successlandia, crossing the predictably unpredictable, often hostile and dangerous sea. We have to build our boat and we have to get a crew for our boat. So this week, today is day 4 of week 1 in our 4-week neuroscience-oriented approach to success. So let's get started. First things first. Coffee. We'll get our coffee, French press. We'll get a coffee. Have our pen and our book to take notes because we need to learn the stuff. We have to have a sip of the coffee. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, have that. And now first things first, advice from an 80-year-old. Number 25, when someone hugs you, let them be the first to let go. When someone hugs you, let them be the first to let go. Good, cool. All right, next, moving on to our attitude of gratitude. Way to start out the day on a pleasant, upbeat note. Write what? What is it that we write, Charlene? I know that Charlene knows what we write. But what do we write, Charlene? I'm so happy and grateful now that blank. And then ask your brain the question, what am I so happy and grateful for right now? Another day. I'm happy and grateful that we've got the ping pong table back here. We have to put it together. But it's back, and that will now be the focal point that will make things happen at our in our Roland Hall, our dining hall here. So that is good, our daily reminder. Yes, Charlene, thank you. Bunk. Bing, bing, bing. Okay, I'm so happy and grateful for that. It's important to start the day feeling gratitude. Certainly, probably, hopefully, before getting out of bed, everybody said a prayer of gratitude for the blessings and graces that we have been given, the wisdom to do things. Let's see. Where is it in here? The Serenity Prayer. Tick tock, tick tock. Yes, time is racing. There we go. Here we go. This is number 19. Reinhold Niebuhr. That doesn't sound right. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So perhaps we can use the serenity prayer in the morning before we get out of bed. I would say the courage to change the things I can. Okay, super. I'm so happy and grateful I have all day to figure out how to get myself connected back to my school on my computer. Well, it's very simple, Diana. On the bottom of the router in the dining hall, it has the password. Right. Just look at the bottom of that. It will not take you all day. It'll take you 1 minute. Okay. Next. What is next on our hit parade? Okay, today, TED Talk. Yuval Harari, Why Do Humans Control the Planet? And this is in a scientific thing, not as a matter of faith, but as a matter of science. As a matter of faith, we know why. As a matter of science, it's because humans are the only animals that can work flexibly in large numbers. We're only able to work flexibly in large numbers because we are the only animals who invent stories. And if you believe the story, everybody will cooperate. Money is an example of that. Human rights are examples of stories that humans have invented. And human rights are a story because they're not an objective reality. If you cut up a person, if you dissect them, you find neurons and bones and things like that, but you don't find human rights. And different places at different times have had different beliefs about what human rights are. But if we can all agree, then we can cooperate flexibly. So we have the ability to invent stories. How are we able to invent stories? Well, we are the only animals able to see the world in both an objective reality, or a mountain is a mountain, a river is a river, a lion is a lion, and subjectively, what a beautiful sunset. You never see two chimpanzees walk off hand in hand to go observe the beautiful sunset. So we are able to see the world in an objective way and a subjective or fictional way. And why are we able to do that? Because we have more neurons. And why do we have more neurons? Because that's how God made us. Okay, so moving on, Seth Godin, the first person. I is the first person. You is the second person. She, they, if are all third persons. So far, so good. But how can Chat GPT use the word I? And when we talk about Chat GPT, is it he or she or they or it? Because anything that is an it shouldn't be able to say I. Correct. Animals, we preferably need a form of it that can be used by Chat GPT when it's talking about itself or on its behalf, because I brings emotional and intellectual weight that confuses or deceives us. As Kevin points out, the regulation to lead to this fix is really simple and easy to implement. When I say we, I think we know what I mean. But when ChatGPT or other LLMs say I, what is being communicated here? When we built the bot for this blog, I insisted the bot not say I because it's not me, it's a bot. Inventing new rules for how language works is fraught and regularly fails. But it's only been a few months, and it sure seems like we're getting comfortable with not distinguishing between text from a person and text from it. It might be simple as capital I, capital T, with the second T being capitalized, or B or IX, which is a fun way to say and will help my Scrabble game. Ix. It's which is fun to say. Ix. Just because the computer says I doesn't mean that we were not interacting with the computer. The uncanny valley is real and perilous. Okay, so what do we call AI, or what should AI do? We should not call it I. Okay, the gnat and the bull. Boom, boom. How are we doing, people? No, I disabled my computer from my school because I thought it was hacked this morning. Okay, whatever. Back to the Aesop's fable, the gnat and the bull. A gnat flew over the meadow with much buzzing for so small a creature and settled on the tip of one of the horns of a bull. After he had rested a short time, he made ready to fly away. But before he left, he begged the bull's pardon for having used his horn for a resting place. You must be very glad to have me go, he said. It's all the same to me, replied the bull. I did not even know you were there. Moral of the story. We are often of greater importance in our own eyes than the eyes of our neighbor. Right, tinted windows. The smaller the mind, the greater the conceit. Okay, I say to you, the gnat thought it could do as it pleased and then merely offer an apology in the event the ox was annoyed. The ox spoke rightly, but nevertheless was abused and suffered a wrong. The gnat could have gained an ally, a friend, by bonding, adding value, and asking the bull if there was something it could do to make the bull's life better, just as the bull had made the gnat's life better. Cooperate. All right, how are we doing? 13:15 in. Great. A lot of time. Boat. Sails equal physical. Rudder equals mental. Below decks equals emotional. Hull equals spiritual. Christianity, belief that Jesus is the Messiah. What is the most important part of the boat, Charlene? Or Henry? Or Diana? What is the most important part of the boat? Anybody have it? What's the most important part of the boat? Charlene says the hull, the spiritual hull. Diana says spiritual, that the spiritual is not part of a boat, but the hull is, and I get what you're saying, Diana. So yes, the hull is the most important part of the boat, because if the sails fail, you're still afloat. You can be rescued, saved. You can go with the current, do some things. If the rudder fails, you still have the ability to navigate a bit. If the below deck has some problems, it's going to be very uncomfortable being outside in the elements, but you're still there. If the hull fails, all will be lost. Best case, you're going to be hanging on to a piece of the hull, some kind of piece of the hull, praying fervently that someone is going to help save you. Let's see, what are we up to now? Okay. Text came in from jail. Okay, cool. All right, so that's it. 15 minutes in. What am I missing? Oh, our prayer. Golly gee, prayer. Lord, we entrust those who have died to your mercy. Welcome them into your presence. You love them greatly in this life. Now give them happiness and peace forever. Eternal rest grant to them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Amen. That's the prayer for the dead. Hopefully we won't be needing that, but we have it. You now have the prayer for the dead. Okay, here we go. 1540 in. Let me just check our outline. Fable, Seth Godin. I think we got everything covered. Advice from an 80-year-old. Once again, when someone hugs you, let them be the first to let go. Maybe I'll try that today. Okay, next on our hit parade, Diana says, yesterday was the only easy day. Another little morsel to scoop out of the proverbial sea, little thing we can quickly ingest and digest, give us a little bit of energy, nourishment, help us continue our journey. Act such that yesterday was the only easy day. Do a little bit more today. Embrace the suck a little bit more, get a little bit more comfortable being uncomfortable, mostly and better, have a little bit more, act a little bit more like everything you do matters. Matters to who? To other people who you are trying to help, because we all have the ability to do that. Yesterday, Dave and I were down at the apartments. It was fulfilling. It was good. We came up with a plan. Maybe Charlene next Tuesday and every Tuesday thereafter, I will drive the people to City Impact, and I will then go to the apartments and chat with the people, get them doing their Bible study work, introduction to that, etc., get them on track, and then pick up the people from City Impact. So maybe Tuesday is my Vegas day. It'd be good if it was Wednesday. Maybe I can talk to Dan to have it on Wednesday or Thursday. Who knows? Anyway, now we're at 17:30 in. Time is racing. A little bit over. Should have been done 2 minutes ago. And Charlene says, if we're still here, God is not through with us yet. We still have things to do. The journey is over when our heart stops beating, when we stop breathing. That's when the journey is over. And as it says in our prayer, we would ask, grant us happiness and peace forever, eternal rest, grant to us, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon us. May we rest in peace once the journey is done. And with that, let us say and cut. Charlene says, okay, both say and cut. Shalom, shalom, and cut.